Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, Tom Brady. My point is this.
Right, they all came up for injury.
They all came off of somebody else getting injured, right? Jake Browning, it's your time, bro.
Kurt Warner.
I mean, we've seen this time and time again, and we would like to support, and we love underdog stories, and this is no different. And we see it each and every year in this particular season, or in this particular situation, we're seeing it in.
The Cleveland Browns are crashing into one of the craziest quarterback messes the NFL has seen in years. First, they let Kenny Pickett slip away, and now the spotlight's burning bright on Shedeur Sanders. And word is, he might be packing his bags too. Reports are flying that the Cincinnati Bengals, desperate with Joe Burrow still battling injury problems, are preparing to drop a jaw-dropping $30 million offer on Sanders. That's not just a deal. That's a full-on power move. With their quarterback room hanging by a thread, the Bengals are ready to steal one of Cleveland's brightest stars right from under their nose. Imagine the chaos if Sanders crosses division lines and suits up in Bengal stripes. Cleveland fans would lose their minds, and you already know the headlines would explode across the league. Inside the Browns locker room, it's pure tension. Kevin Stefanski looks completely out of his depth. His playbook's falling apart, and the offense is flat out embarrassing right now. Week after week, opposing defenses are calling out their plays before the snap like they've got the script. 8 straight losses going back to last season, and the body language on that field screams frustration. Fans are done making excuses. They can see the collapse happening in real time, and patience is wearing thin. Even if Shedeur Sanders gets the nod to start, there's no promise he can save this wreck. The chemistry's broken, the energy's gone, and the pressure could crush any quarterback thrown into this mess. That's why insiders are whispering louder by the day. Sanders might just take that Cincinnati money and dip. Mirror Sports USA just dropped a bomb. The Bengals are going all in on their quarterback search, and guess who's sitting pretty in their top 5? That's right, Shedeur Sanders. If this deal actually happens, it won't just shake things up. It'll flip the entire AFC North on its head. This isn't just a trade rumor anymore. It's a full-blown power shift waiting to explode. Cincinnati's front office is heating up with tension and hype, while over in Cleveland, things are falling apart fast. Joe Flacco's first 2 games were rough. The offense is sputtering, and now the Browns are hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, that rumored $30 million offer from the Bengals has every sports show in the country buzzing. And insiders say Shedeur's not second-guessing it anymore. He's ready to take the leap and make the kind of career-defining move that could change everything. The Bengals fan base, they're going wild. Social media is blowing up with posts claiming Sanders is the missing spark they've been...
All right, so as you guys can see, the Bengals calling around to potentially add another quarterback for depth after Joe Burrow's injury update. Bengal fans are definitely calling for Shedeur Sanders. One person says, F it, Bengals should go and get Shedeur Sanders. Can we get Shedeur Sanders?
Praying for the one who can bring that fearless energy and swagger back to the field, just like Joe Burrow did when he took over the league. And with Burrow's health still looking shaky, that excitement's turning into pressure. Bengals fans aren't politely asking for this deal. They're demanding it. The tidal wave of fan support might just force the Bengals' hand sooner than anyone thought. This whole quarterback situation has turned into one of the wildest, most unpredictable sagas of the season, and Cincinnati's entire future could hinge on this single move. Even Stephen A. Smith couldn't resist diving into the madness. He's out here publicly saying Shedeur Sanders joining the Bengals makes perfect sense, especially with Joe Burrow's injury still hanging over the team like a dark cloud. Stephen A. didn't hold back. He said Sanders might start as a backup, sure, but with his drive, swagger, and natural leadership, it's only a matter of time before he's running that Cincinnati offense like it's his own. That endorsement set social media on fire. It poured gasoline on an already burning rumor mill, and now the hype around Shedeur Sanders is exploding like never before. People aren't just seeing him as a short-term fix anymore. They're calling him the future, the spark that could light a brand new era of dominance in Cincinnati. Everywhere you look, from sports shows to fan pages, the energy is electric. Analysts are jumping on board too, with more and more voices saying the same thing. Shedeur Sanders might be the perfect fit for the Bengals system, especially with Burrow's health still up in the air. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Cam Newton himself joined the conversation. The former NFL MVP compared Sanders' potential rise to legends like Tom Brady and Dak Prescott, guys who seized their shot and never looked back. Cam said it best. Underdog stories are what make football magic, and Shedeur Sanders fits that mold perfectly. The hunger, the grind, the confidence. It's all there, and everyone can feel it. That's why the noise around his possible move to Cincinnati is getting louder by the hour. Some fans are already calling him the next big name in the AFC North, saying he's got that same fire Joe Burrow had when he first shocked the league. This isn't hype anymore. It's a movement in the making. But not everyone's celebrating. Back in Cleveland, the fan base is split straight down the middle. Some fans are actually saying, let him go. They believe Stefanski's broken system is wasting Sanders' potential, keeping him stuck on the sidelines instead of building him into the franchise leader he was meant to be. The frustration is boiling over, and people are fed up watching a young star rot in a setup that clearly isn't working. Even Kevin Stefanski couldn't dodge the rumors anymore. Reporters hit him with questions about the trade talk, and his response said everything. He admitted, sometimes teams can't hold on to every player. That one line dropped like a bomb. It was quiet, but it spoke volumes. Something major is brewing in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders might be just one step away from walking out of that locker room for good. But here's the twist. The Browns front office isn't waving the white flag. They're digging in deep, refusing to let him go without a fight. Insiders say the team's brass is pushing back hard against all the outside noise, standing firm while rival franchises circle like sharks. Behind closed doors, the battle for Shedeur Sanders has turned into a full-blown chess match between front offices. The Browns are trying to play it cool publicly, but insiders say panic is setting in fast. Meetings have been running late into the night, calls are being made to agents, and whispers say ownership is divided. Half want to lock Sanders down with a long-term extension, and the other half fears he's already mentally gone. It's chaos dressed in suits and ties. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, confidence is sky high. The Bengals are reportedly finalizing their pitch, a multi-year offer stacked with incentives, marketing deals, and a promise that Sanders won't just be a backup, he'll be the future. Their scouts are flooding him with data, videos, and messages that all say the same thing: you belong here. They're painting Cincinnati as the place where legends rise. And it's working. Social media has become a war zone. Cleveland fans are begging Sanders to stay, dropping messages like, "You're our hope," while Bengals fans are spamming him with tiger emojis and captions saying, "Come to the jungle." Even NFL players are starting to pick sides. A few former pros have gone on record saying that a move to Cincinnati could launch Sanders into superstardom. And the craziest part, Sanders himself has gone quiet. No interviews, no posts, no hints, just silence. But sometimes, silence says more than words. People close to him claim he's thinking long-term, and that phrase alone has fans dissecting every detail like detectives. At this point, the situation feels ready to explode. The Browns are clinging to a player they might have already lost, while the Bengals are circling like a pack of hungry wolves ready to strike.
Offensively, it's just terrible, and they're wasting everything defensively. And what will happen here, because I don't know if they're going to get it fixed. I don't think they're going to get anything fixed offensively. You could put in Dylan Gabriel, or you could put in Shedeur for a different pace, flavor, seasoning.
Every day that passes adds more fuel to the fire, and the league knows whatever Shedeur Sanders decides next will reshape not just one team, but the entire AFC North. This isn't just a transfer rumor anymore. It's a full-scale quarterback war in real time. As the tension keeps rising, Cleveland's locker room is starting to crack under the pressure. Players are picking sides, and the divide is getting ugly. Some veterans are standing by the front office, saying the team needs stability, not drama. But younger guys, especially those close to Shedeur Sanders, are fed up. They're watching a talent like his sit in the shadows while the season slips away. And whispers are spreading that some might even request trades if things don't change soon. This isn't just frustration, it's a full-on mutiny brewing inside the walls. Reporters covering the Browns say the mood at practice has shifted. Energy's low, tempers are high, and Stefanski's voice isn't carrying like it used to. Every bad play, every interception, every missed read is being followed by glares and sideline arguments. You can practically feel the tension through the cameras. This team is one loss away from imploding on live TV. Meanwhile, Cincinnati's locker room couldn't be more different. They're hyped, motivated, and fired up at the thought of Sanders joining the squad. Players are dropping cryptic posts online, little tiger emojis, photos of empty lockers, and captions like, "Something's coming." It's clear they're ready to welcome him with open arms. Insiders say Bengals coaches are already adjusting their playbook just in case the deal goes through. They're crafting schemes around Sanders' strengths: fast tempo, deep throws, and those signature scramble plays that break defenses apart. It's like they're preparing for the future before it even happens. And here's the wildest twist. Sources claim Joe Burrow himself has reached out privately to Sanders, telling him, "Do what's best for you." That one message hit social media like a lightning strike. Fans are calling it the ultimate sign of respect. One star giving another the green light to rise up. Right now, Cleveland's holding on by a thread while Cincinnati's gearing up for a new era. If this move happens, it won't just shake the division, it'll change the balance of power in the entire AFC. Something massive is coming, and it's about to hit like an earthquake. The media storm has officially reached nuclear levels. Every sports network in America is running the same headline. Is Shedeur Sanders leaving Cleveland? Debate shows are eating this story alive. Every analyst from ESPN to Fox is weighing in, and the takes are getting wild. Some are calling it the biggest quarterback shakeup since Deshaun Watson's move to Cleveland, while others claim this could spark a new era of power in the AFC North. Either way, everyone agrees on one thing. This saga is spiraling out of control. On live TV, heated debates are breaking out every hour. One analyst even said, if Cleveland lets Sanders walk, that front office should pack their bags too. The clip went viral instantly, and within hours, fans were flooding comment sections, demanding accountability from ownership. The city's patience is running out, and you can feel the panic bubbling behind the scenes. Cleveland's PR team is scrambling, trying to control the damage, but it's too late. The narrative has already flipped. Sanders isn't being treated like a rookie anymore. He's being talked about like a superstar in waiting, the kind of player who could take a struggling franchise and turn it into a contender overnight. Meanwhile, Cincinnati's fan base is throwing a digital parade. Memes, graphics, and mock jersey designs with Sanders number 12 are blowing up online. Even local Cincinnati radio hosts are claiming they've never felt this kind of buzz since Burrow's rookie year. It's pure madness, the kind of hype that only happens when something huge is brewing. Back in Cleveland, though, the silence from Shedeur is deafening. No denials, no statements, no reassurance, just calm before the storm. Insiders say he's keeping his circle tight and weighing his next move carefully. Every hour without an update feels like a countdown, and fans know it. This story isn't cooling off anytime soon. Right now, all signs point to one truth. If the Browns don't act fast, they're about to lose their future face of the franchise. And when that bomb drops, the fallout will shake the entire league. Everyone in the league can feel it. If Shedeur Sanders walks, Cleveland's entire foundation might crumble. Losing him wouldn't just sting their roster, it could blow up their whole future. The Browns are teetering on the edge, and every move they make right now feels like life or death for the franchise. One wrong step, and they're done for the season, maybe longer. The pressure in Cleveland is unbearable. Fans are restless, the locker room's uneasy, and the energy around the team feels toxic. Everyone's watching, waiting, wondering if the Browns can hold it together or if this will be the moment everything collapses. Because across the division, the Bengals are still circling like sharks in open water, hungry, patient, and ready to strike. That $30 million offer is still on the table, and sources say Cincinnati isn't backing down until Sanders signs on the dotted line. The idea of Shedeur Sanders rocking that black and orange has Bengals fans going absolutely wild. Social media's flooded with mock-ups of him in stripes, people calling him the missing piece, the guy who could drag Cincinnati back to playoff glory and maybe even further. It's hope mixed with hype, and it's spreading like wildfire. Back in Cleveland, though, the tone couldn't be more different. Stefanski and the front office are digging in, swearing they won't cave no matter what the Bengals offer. But deep down, everyone knows confidence cracks fast when the stakes hit millions and the pressure hits daily. For Shedeur Sanders, this is the fork in the road that could define everything. Stay in Cleveland and risk being buried in a broken system, or take the Bengals shot and become the spark that builds a brand new dynasty.
On various teams in the National Football League, but Kansas City wouldn't be one of them. Baltimore wouldn't be one of them.
The clock is ticking, and every second feels like a countdown to chaos. Will the Browns somehow hold on to their rising star, or will Cincinnati pull off the biggest quarterback heist of the entire season? Right now, the tension between these two AFC rivals has turned into a straight-up standoff behind the scenes. Sources say both front offices are plotting their next move in silence. Cleveland's trying to protect their future, while the Bengals are ready to roll the dice and go all in on a breakout star. The energy around this saga is electric. Every insider leak, every tweet, every vague comment from a player sets off a whole new wave of drama. Inside Cleveland's camp, things are getting heated and personal. Some players are reportedly frustrated, saying the organization isn't being straight about what's really happening with Sanders. Others are hinting that the front office seems more focused on protecting their image than actually winning football games. That kind of talk, it's poison for a locker room. It breeds resentment, kills trust, and exposes the cracks already spreading through the team. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, the vibe couldn't be more different. The Bengals are calm, cool, and calculated. They're playing chess while Cleveland's still playing checkers. Publicly, they're quiet, but insiders say the negotiations are on fire behind closed doors. The Bengals staff genuinely believes Sanders could change everything. Even if he starts as a secondary option, his presence alone could redefine their offense. They see him as a game changer, a young, fearless quarterback who can take control the moment he steps on the field, especially if Burrow's recovery drags on longer than expected. The plan is bold, the stakes are massive, and the pressure's building fast. They're eating this story alive, and it's pure chaos online. Browns fans are losing it in real time, flooding comment sections with desperate pleas like, "Don't let him go," and "Pay the man before it's too late." Meanwhile, Bengals fans are already popping virtual champagne, celebrating like the deal's signed and sealed. The entire AFC North feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for one breaking headline that could flip the whole division upside down. And here's the wildest part. Shedeur Sanders himself hasn't said a single word. No posts, no interviews, no cryptic emojis, nothing. That silence is deafening. And honestly, it's louder than any statement he could have made. Every hour that passes without a word sends fans spiraling into speculation, convinced that the move to Cincinnati is practically done. The question hanging in the air now, when the truth drops, whose side will he stand on? Things in Cleveland have officially hit panic mode. Fresh reports claim Shedeur's been scrubbing his social media, deleting Browns-related posts, changing profile pics, and even unfollowing a few teammates. That single move sent the internet into full meltdown. Fans are dissecting screenshots, trying to decode every click, every edit, every update. Inside the building, the vibes are just as tense. Players are avoiding eye contact, coaches are tight-lipped, and no one's giving a straight answer. Even Kevin Stefanski looked visibly rattled in his latest press conference when reporters asked about Sanders' future. His only response? "We're focused on the team we have right now." That one line told fans everything they needed to know. The storm is real, and it's closing in fast. That's it. No reassurance, no denial, just a cold, flat response that made the whole situation 10 times more suspicious. Cleveland fans were hoping for clarity, but instead, they got silence and tension thick enough to choke on. Meanwhile, Bengals fans are acting like it's draft night all over again. The internet's blowing up with mock-ups of Shedeur Sanders in black and orange, smiling under that Cincinnati skyline. Hashtags like #Shedeur to the jungle are trending everywhere, and insiders are hinting that the deal might already be in motion. Behind the scenes, the rumor mill is spinning so fast that even NFL analysts can't keep up. Every hour, there's a new leak, a new source, a new hint that keeps adding more fuel to this wildfire. And just when you think it can't get any hotter, boom! Several players across the league start posting cryptic tweets like, "Big move coming" and "New chapter loading." Nobody's dropping names, but everyone already knows who they're talking about. It's Shedeur Sanders, the eye of the storm, the man whose next move could flip the entire NFL landscape. If this deal actually goes through, it'll go down as one of the most shocking quarterback shakeups in recent history. For the Bengals, it could mean a brand new era of power, stability, and swagger. But for the Browns, it could spell total disaster. Another star gone, another rebuild, another heartbreak for a city that's had more than enough. Right now, the whole league's tuned in like it's a primetime event. Every reporter, every fan, every rival GM is waiting for that one announcement that could drop any minute. Inside Cleveland, the pressure's unbearable. Players are walking on eggshells, coaches are dodging questions, and Shedeur's silence just keeps growing louder. Behind the scenes, it's absolute chaos in Cleveland. Sources say team executives are scrambling to figure out how to control the fallout if Shedeur Sanders actually walks away. Losing him wouldn't just be another roster shuffle, it'd be a public relations nightmare. The fans are restless, the media's circling like vultures, and the locker room tension is so thick you could cut it with a cleat. Players are whispering behind the scenes, some furious that the front office won't tell them what's really happening, while others are quietly bracing for life without Sanders. That kind of energy, it's dangerous. It seeps into everything. Practices feel off, team meetings are colder, and even press conferences have that edge of panic hiding under forced smiles. You can sense it. The entire organization feels like it's one bad headline away from imploding. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, the mood couldn't be more different. There's this electric optimism in the air, like the whole city knows something big is about to drop. Reporters close to the team are already connecting the dots, saying the Bengals just cleared cap space and restructured a few contracts, moves that perfectly align with a major signing on the horizon. The math adds up too cleanly to be coincidence, and people are starting to believe this deal might already be quietly locked in, behind the scenes. And here's where it gets wild. Word around the league is that several Bengals players have already reached out to Sanders privately. They've been sending him messages like, "We need you out here, and you fit right in with us." That kind of locker room energy doesn't happen unless something real is brewing. That's huge. When players themselves start recruiting, it's not rumor anymore, it's momentum. Every sign out there points to something massive about to hit the NFL. If Shedeur Sanders actually takes that leap and signs with Cincinnati, it won't just be another career move. It'll be a full-blown statement to the entire league. A young quarterback taking control of his destiny, walking out of the chaos, and chasing greatness on his own terms. The only question now is, will Cleveland finally admit they've lost him before the rest of the world finds out first? The storm feels like it's seconds away from breaking wide open. Every insider, every reporter, every sports outlet is laser focused on one burning question: is Shedeur Sanders officially leaving Cleveland? The suspense is unreal. League whispers say the Bengals have already sent over their final offer, and it's even bigger than anyone imagined. We're talking north of $30 million plus massive bonuses and guarantees stacked on top. That's not just interest, that's a statement of intent. It screams, "You're our guy, and we're ready to build around you." Inside Cleveland, panic is spreading like wildfire. The front office has reportedly gone into emergency meetings, scrambling to figure out how to match or somehow counter Cincinnati's monster offer. But deep down, everyone knows they're cornered. The Browns can't afford to lose another star, not after everything this fan base has endured. Yet they also can't promise Sanders what he really wants: freedom, faith, and control over his own game. It's turned into an emotional tug of war. Money versus loyalty, trust versus control. On one side, a fresh start and a franchise ready to hand him the keys. On the other, a team clinging to him out of fear, not vision. Opportunity versus frustration. That's the energy pulsing through Cleveland right now. Players are walking on eggshells, reporters are camping outside the facility like it's a crime scene, and fans are glued to their phones, refreshing feeds every 5 seconds, waiting for anything. But Shedeur Sanders, still silent. No post, no hint, no confirmation. It's like he's sitting back, letting the whole world lose its mind while he quietly plans his next move behind closed doors. That silence is powerful, and everyone knows it means something big is coming. Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, the atmosphere is electric. The entire city's buzzing like it's playoff week. Bars are packed, fans are chanting his name, and local radio can't talk about anything else. Bengals Nation already believes this is the start of a brand new dynasty. Even some of Joe Burrow's own teammates are dropping sneaky teases like big news coming soon with that knowing smirk. And you can feel it in the air. Something major is in motion. If this deal actually gets finalized, it won't just shake up the AFC North. It'll send shockwaves across the entire NFL. Shedeur Sanders wouldn't just be joining a new team, he'd be stepping into a throne. The face of a brand new Bengals era, while Cleveland's left behind, scrambling to explain how they managed to lose another franchise player to a rival. The countdown's on, and when that clock finally hits zero, the entire league might look different. Every insider, every coach, every fan knows what's at stake now. The future of two franchises hangs in the balance. The Browns are fighting to hold on to their young star like their lives depend on it, while the Bengals are ready to snatch him away and change their legacy forever. So here's the million-dollar question. Should Shedeur Sanders stay loyal to Cleveland and keep grinding inside a system that's clearly breaking down around him? Or should he take that monster Bengals offer, step into the spotlight, and finally show the world exactly what he's capable of? The man's got the tools, the confidence, and the fire, but the real question is, where will he actually get the freedom to use them? If the Browns lose him, can they honestly stay competitive? Or would that be the final nail in the coffin for a franchise already hanging on by a thread? Fans in Cleveland are terrified this could be their breaking point. Another young star slipping away while the team stands frozen in denial. But over in Cincinnati, the narrative flips completely. The Bengals fan base is dreaming big, picturing Sanders stepping into Joe Burrow's shadow and turning pressure into greatness. Could he really handle the weight of an entire city starving for another comeback story, or would that spotlight burn too hot, too fast? Either way, the debate is tearing through the league like wildfire. Fans everywhere are split straight down the middle. One side calling for loyalty, the other screaming for liberation. One move, one signature, one press conference. That's all it'll take to flip the AFC North upside down and rewrite the balance of power for years to come. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should Shedeur Sanders stay put and fight for Cleveland, or take that leap and start a brand new chapter in Cincinnati? And if he does make the move, what does that mean for the future of both franchises? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking updates, because this story's only getting hotter and you do not want to miss what happens next. See you on the next one.